God is my oath. The name Elizabeth is a biblical name of the Hebrew origin. Its earliest origins can be traced back to the Old Testament of the Bible, where it was defined as God is my oath in Hebrew. The most popular reference to the name in the Bible is in the New Testament as the mother of John the Baptist. And of course, we know John was born filled with the Holy Ghost. When we look at the name Elizabeth or Eliza Beth, we see two names. The two names that we see is Eliza and Beth. And the three names are Eli, Zah, and Beth. The name Eli means high or elevated. It could also mean my God. And the name Zaza, doing our research in the Clavicula Salomonis, the greater key of Solomon, we'll find out that the name Zaza is a powerful name for the Mosai. And the name Beth, Beth means house. And we know the queen, so to speak, Elizabeth, one of her middle name is Alexandra. Of course, Alexandra was one of the epithet given to the Greek goddess Hera, and as such is usually taken to mean one who comes to save warriors. We know, of course, that Alexandra is a derivative of the name Alex, and Alex mean Michael. Number 10. This is our own research. Those things came from us, not from the Gentiles. Now, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, before we begin to talk about Elizabeth II, we must find out who was Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I, aka the Virgin Queen. Now, before I go a little bit forward, I want the nation to understand that she was not sexually inexperienced. The word virgin in that case means barren. In other case, virgin mean a young woman. But Queen Elizabeth I was barren. In this case, when they say Elizabeth I, aka the virgin, they mean Elizabeth the barren. Now, Elizabeth I was born on September 7th, 1533, which fell on a Wednesday. Therefore, she was what you are calling a Caucavite, because she was born on the day when this planet was ruling. When you look in the chart of the angels, you see that the people that was born between the date of September 7th, their guardian angel is Yehuiah or Yehuhaya, number 33. As we had discussed it in many of our videos, we know for a fact that every single person that is born on this planet, you were born with a guardian angel, and of course, you were born with a demon. Some people, they vibrated more to their guardian angel side. They inherit the characteristics of this guardian angel. However, some people are born, they vibrated more to their demonic sign. Therefore, they inherit the characteristics of this demon. So, who was the demon of Queen Elizabeth I? The demon of Queen Elizabeth I was Gaap or Gap. The 33rd spirit is Gaap. He is a great president and a mighty prince. He appeareth when the sun is in some of the southern sign in a human shape, going before 4 great and mighty kings, as if he were a guide to conduct them along on their way. His office is to make men insensible or ignorant, as also in philosophy, to make them knowing in all the liberal sciences. He can cause love or hatred. Also, he can teach thee to consecrate those things that belong to the dominion of Amaimon or Amaimon, his king. He can deliver familiars out of the custody of other magicians, and answereth truly and perfectly of things past, present, and to come. He can carry and recarry men very speedily from one kingdom to another, at the will and pleasure of the exorcist. He ruleth over 66 legions of spirits, and he was of the order of potentates. His seal is this to be made and to be worn as aforesaid, etc. Now, don't get this twisted. The so-called demons, they always fighting, bringing petition before the mighty one so they can escape hell, because apparently being in hell is no joke. Apparently being in hell is painful. We also know that Kokav is the planet of intellect, and the so-called Kokavites are quite clever. In other words, they are street smart. Those are the people that really don't need to go to school to learn anything. They're just born clever. They were born with a mighty wit. Okay? They are the best person to send to make a deal. They are the great deal makers, or the deal breakers, so to speak. When we look at Queen Elizabeth I, her zodiac sign is Virgo. Her birthstone was sapphire, which when we look at the Queen Elizabeth II, she loved dressing in blue, if I'm not mistaken. Or chrysolite. Is that what that is? Is that how you say it? Chrysolite? Chrysolite or pink jasper. Her birth flower is aster or morning glory or cornflower. Her harmonious color is black, gold, and brown. And her ruling planet is also Kokav. Now, you have a Kokavite that was born on September, which is Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Kokav. Remember, we had multiple discussion, we had multiple studies. This is the best thing to be born in a day and a zodiac sign that is also ruled by the same planet. She was born in September. She is what you're calling a Virgo. She was born on Wednesday, which is ruled by Mercury. And now Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So she was born at the right time, in the right day, and everything was perfect. Elizabeth I took power on November 17, 1558, until her death in 1603. She ruled for 45 years. We know 45, 4 plus 5 equals 9, destruction for 83, and of course the number 9 is the number of the earthly mother. She died at the age of 69. When you look at the timeline, when Queen Elizabeth I died until Queen Elizabeth II died, it's 489 years. 4 plus 8 plus 9 equal 21, which is destruction for 83. So for all people, 21, which is the reverse of 12, aka the 12 tribes of Yasharala, means blessing, restitution, and reparation. Queen Elizabeth II, aka Elizabeth Alexandria Mary, of course we know those people, they like to swagger jack our name and make it seem like, oh well, that name is Mary and they were always royalty, which they were not, and they still not. Of course we know the name Alexander, as we discussed it before, mean Alex, the warrior, Michael and the mist. And Elizabeth II, who was born on April the 21st, 1926, which fell exactly on a Wednesday. So far, Elizabeth II was also a Kokavite. She was a Kokavite Taurus. The Zodiac Taurus, which is the second house, is ruled by Venus, aka Noga. She was the queen, reigned for 32 sovereign states during her lifetime. 15, keep this number in mind, 15 at the time of her death. Her reign of 70 years and 214 days is the longest of any British monarch and the longest record of any female head of state in history. Now, this is the Gentiles breakdown. Now, we see that Elizabeth II was born on Wednesday, April the 21st, 1926. She, as her previous Elizabeth I, is a Caucavite. They bear the same quality. However, Elizabeth II was pronounced Zilch on Thursday, the 8th, 2022. Most likely, if you look at it, Queen Elizabeth II died September the 7th also. Remember, Elizabeth I was born on September 7th, and now Queen Elizabeth II died on September 7th. They announced it on September the 8th. The reason why they announced it on September the 8th because Thursday is for Zodiac, and Zodiac is the planet of royalty. That's where they choose the king and the queen. So it makes more sense that they had to announce it on Zodiac. She was born again on April 21st, 1926. Her guardian angel is number 7. Aka Aya. She was born, allegedly, on April the 21st. And her demon is Ahamon, which also known as Amon or Nahum. In demonology, Amun is a grand marquis of hell who governs 40 infernal legions. Of course, we know the number 40 is magical for us here, man. Come on, man. The 40-day fast is working. And is the 7th spirit of the Goetia. He is a demon of life and reproduction, which explains the queen fertility. Now, you got the first queen, which was barren. Now you got the second queen, which has children. When we look at the zodiac sign of Queen Elizabeth II, remember, Queen Elizabeth I, she is Virgo. Queen Elizabeth II, she is Taurus. Okay? Now, the element of Taurus is also earth. Virgo is earth. Elizabeth I, earth. Elizabeth II, earth. The birthstone for Elizabeth II, which is Taurus, is emerald or agate or agate. Emerald is green, or agate is believed to be blue. Her birth flower is lily of the valley or hawthorn. Her harmonious color is yellow and blue, which explains most of the time when you see her, she's always like to wearing blue, except when she's doing that McDonald's store, she's wearing yellow, but she always like to wearing blue. And her ruling planet is, of course, is Noga, which explains her fertility, comparing to Queen Elizabeth I, which was barren. Now, let's look at the numbers. Queen Elizabeth I ruled for 45 years. Queen Elizabeth II ruled for 70 years. 45, 4 plus 5 equal 9. Destruction for 83. Now, Queen Elizabeth II ruled for 70 years. We also know that 70 represent the 70 ruling elders before King Saul. And of course, we know the 70 shepherds of Enoch, the parable of the book of Enoch, which we studied with the beloved brother Big Judah in the book of Enoch. And of course, we know 70 is also the representation of the 70 weeks of Daniel. We are in the last week, the last day, the last hour, the last second. 7 plus 0 equals 7, perfection for us, and flaw and perfection for them. She ruled for 70 years and 214 days. If you take 214 days, 2 plus 1 plus 4 equals 7 again. And her guardian angel is number 7, Akaia. When we look at both queen, so to speak, in history, they are quite similar. There is a reason for that. The reason why they don't want our people to study those books, to look at the skies, because once you start doing this, you will find out who they are, you will know what they are doing. That's why they tell you don't study the demons, don't study the angels, don't look at tarot, don't look at the books, because if you do, you're going to be ignorant. If we didn't study this, we would have never known that Queen Elizabeth I, her demon was number 33. Of course, 33 gap or gap. No, number 33 is a great number, is a holy number, but you know, with the whole Freemason thing going on out there, it has been perverted, but 33 is a holy number. Now, of course, we know for a fact, yeah, according to the Bible and certain other sources, that Yahushai, he entered his ministry at the age of 33, which is the age that I am at right now. But the thing is, like, number 33 is Ga'ap. And Ga'ap, when you look at it, remember, he can cause love or hatred. Also, he can teach thee to consecrate those things that belong to dominion of Amon or Ammon, his king. Now, you got Ga'ap, the demon of Queen Elizabeth I. Okay, his master, his king is Ammon. And who was Ammon? Ammon is number seven, Queen Elizabeth II, her demon. You see the connection here? The demon number seven, which is Ammon, okay, the seventh spirit is Ammon. He is a marquis, great in power, and most stern. He appeareth like a wolf with a serpent tail, vomiting out of his mouth flames of fire. But at the coming of the magician, he putteth on the shape of a man with dog's teeth, beset, and a head like a raven, or else like a man with a raven's head, simply. He telleth all things past and to come. He procureth feuds and reconcile controversies between friends. He governed 40 legions of spirit. Of course, we know the number 40 is magical here, the 40-day fast. His seal is this which is to be worn as foresaid, etc. Now, you find out that Queen Elizabeth I, her demon, Ga'ab, is under the command of the demon of Queen Elizabeth II, Ammon, or Amon. What the demon does, beloved brothers and sisters, they change their names all the time. They change their grades all the time to hide. So if you don't study, you don't meditate, you don't pray, you won't find out how those things work and what they are doing. And then you're going to be screaming witchcraft, witchcraft, and none of those things are going to work. That's why we must keep on studying, moving on. All praises to the Most High. Talking about moving on, let's keep on moving. Queen Elizabeth I died at the age of 69. Queen Elizabeth II died at the age of 96. 69 reverse is 96. 96 reverse is 69. 9 plus 6 equal 15. Okay, she was queen reigning 32 sovereign states during her lifetime, 15 at the time of her death. 9 plus 6 equals 15. 6 plus 9 equals 15. And when you look at the numerology of the number 15 in the tower, 15 is the number of the devil. There's a reason why all those things are happening. And now, because we have the knowledge of the stars, so to speak, a small portion of it, we have the knowledge of certain books we were forbidden of reading. And then we understand now why those people kept those things away from us. Why those people do not want us to look at the stars, to study and make connection. There's a reason why they don't want you to look at Tarot or Torah. There's a reason they don't want you to look at the skies, because if you start studying those things, you will figure out who those people are, who you are, and how to gain power. That's why they call those things demonic. Don't look at them, don't study them. 15 is the number of the devil. We are slowly becoming the head, and they are slowly becoming the tail. If you watch our last podcast, our beloved sister Pandora called, which is also a Zodiac, she explained that she had this dream.
Hello?
Yes, if you could put your TV down and then tell the nation exactly what you just told me a few minutes ago. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I am what is known as a clairaudient. I hear in different realms, different conversations. Most of the time, it's just for me to pray for them. Tuesday, I called my son and I told him I heard something really strange, and I heard a woman's voice sounded like she was screaming from hell. I thought that was strange. I never heard anything like that. And to my understanding, my limited understanding, I thought most of them demons are male. But this was a loud screech. And then it, like she was surprised to be there. And then it ended, it kind of faded. And it was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be here. And I didn't understand it. And then it dawned on me this morning. Well, maybe that's what that was. Maybe the old lady checked out Tuesday and they were waiting for Thursday. Shalom, family. Keep me in prayer.
And of course, the whole thing about the dream, you know what it is. We had gone, we decipher everything, we know what that is. And remember, a few weeks before, NASA has revealed unto us a beautiful planet of Zodiac, which is blue, just like the Earth. And of course, Zodiac is a planet of royalty, and that's where they choose the queen, the king, or the king and the queen. And we did indeed say that we are about to be crowned. A few weeks ago, a sister sent unto us this picture, or those picture. She had sent a message. She said, Brother Big Levi, I do not want to bother you. However, I was doing my experiment on this specific day. The picture, we know the mighty one is about to take the power with a sword and put the crown upon our head. The picture of a sword or the Holy Cross, which is the representation of the four element and the connection between us and the mighty one, the connection between the macrocosm and the microcosm is infinite on both sides. And you can see above the sword a crown. We had discussed in many of our videos that we are about to be crowned. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.